Welcome to a brand new podcast, and this is the Oracle 19, and my name is Mr. Greatness. If you want to put your business on this platform, just email us at the Oracle 19 at the Oracle19radio.com or evolutionoflondon@gmail.com. Definitely we can assist you with expanding your business or helping you promote your business. So email us with any questions, concerns. And if you want to make a donation to us via PayPal, evolutionoflondon@gmail.com. We have different links to other affiliates, www.linktree.com/Evolution of London. You can support us that way. We have websites. You can shop online to our baby shopping mall, which is evolutionoflondon.com, where we have kits, ladies, men's clothing, cologne, perfume, jewelry, house products, and much more. So that's evolutionoflondon.com, as well as evolution.org for custom clothes, accessories, and digital products as well. And finally, evolutionoflondon.store, STORE, and that is for custom sneakers and more clothes and accessories. evolutionoflondon.store. Royalty 9 International. They make homemade candles, 100% soy wax, 12-ounce jars, from scented to unscented. Now, the scented candles is from frankincense, myrrh, jasmine, eucalyptus, rose, just to name a few. And if you want to place an order, you can email the company for their luxury candles at royalty9international@gmail.com. Over 35 plus burning hours. Very good quality candle. So try it. Royalty 9 International for your luxury candles. Mr. Will, he's been a fitness consultant for over 15 years. So if you want to book a consultation, you can email him at healthfitnessconsultant1@gmail.com. That's healthfitnessconsultant1@gmail.com. And you can support his merch, which is www.wjaccessories.com for custom clothes, accessories, and digital products as well. DJ Panthro, he's an international DJ, and if you want to book for him to come to your venue, email him at djpanthro519@gmail.com. That's djpanthro519@gmail.com. And also check out his YouTube channel, DJ Panther519. Like, subscribe, and share. And he have his website on the YouTube channel as well, so you can support his brand. You'll find him on Instagram and TikTok. TikTok, The Real DJ Panther. Again, it's The Real DJ Panther on TikTok. Music. Cheap Limousine channel on YouTube. We have a whole wide range of different beats, and once you go to his YouTube channel, you will see his other social media sites. So like, subscribe, and share to Cheap Limousine channel on YouTube. And continuing to train on YouTube is the Greatness 19 channel. That's our educational channel to open up your third eye. So I need you guys to like, subscribe, and share to the Greatness 19 channel, as well as Mr. Evolution of London. That's our health and wellness channel. So when you go to YouTube, just type Mr. Mr. Evolution of London and parentheses health and wellness. And like, subscribe, and share. Kenzo World, formerly known as Kenzo World, now Kenzo Gang. I need your guys to check out his album, Discovery, and his single, Adora. He's on all major platforms. That's YouTube, Spotify, Amazon Music, just to name a few. Apple Music, excuse me. And if you want the book for him to come to your venue, morekenzo@gmail.com. That's more, MOORKEENZO@gmail.com. So I need your guys to support his brand. Again, Kenzo Gang. Now the Oracle 19 is on all major platforms. We're on iHeartRadio, Google, Apple, Spotify for creators, Amazon Music, just to name a few. So any information I haven't mentioned will be in the description box of the Oracle 19 podcast, the Greatness 19 channel, Mr. Evolution of London. Both of those on YouTube, rumble.com. Just type in the Oracle 19 on Rumble. And finally, www.theoracle19radio.com. I'm going to get right into it. Definitely is going to be a little spicy, a little controversial as usual. Can men really trust women in today's world? Can men really trust women in today's world? No. No. There's too many signs out here that points how most, not all, most women out here is deceptive in this day and time. They have no feelings for you. Now, there's women out here that is stand-up women, the 2% of women. This is not talking about you. This is the 98% of females out here that don't really care about you and don't have no loyalty towards you. This is just fact. There's so many signs that point to it throughout social media. These women do things, these females do things indirectly as well as directly. I mean, where should I start? How many times you see on social media wives, girlfriends that's supposed to be down for their man, but they talking about if they had an opportunity to sleep with an entertainer, they will. Now, women, these type of females will say, well, that's just fantasy. Y'all men do it too. But see, men, here's the reality. When they have sex with let's say, an extra woman on the side, if they have a wife at home, they can easily go back to their wife and nothing happens. Where y'all women, you catch feelings. You can't have sports sex like how men can have sports sex. And what do I mean by that is, like I just was alluding to, men could go to a club or go to a strip club, meet a stripper, have sex with her, go back home to their wife and girlfriend, and still continue their life. If that's not true, strip clubs will be closed today. Even in the pandemic, money was being made. So married men or men with girlfriends still do that. But the trust issue with a lot of these women modern day women, they're not down for their men. How many times you find women, let's say we just start with the single moms. You know, you have a baby daddy, you know, and it's what is not living with you, but it's just you have. How many times these women bring in different men in their household? Men, think about it, especially you young men. She's supposed to be, and I'm just touching base with the single moms, but I'm going to be talking about these females, all different types of females in a minute. Just walk with me. These single moms have different men coming into their house as friends or so-called uncles, and the children see this. And let's say the baby father is supposed to, he thinks that that woman, his ex, is stable-minded. In reality, she's not. Now, I'm not targeting any particular woman in this conversation. I'm just speaking in general, what I see, what I hear, what I observe in social media. That is what it is. Now, there's no type of structure. She don't care about the well-being, the mental well-being of what the children see. She just deal with, she got to get her rocks off. She got to get her freak on. Which is no loyalty to herself, no loyalty towards her children, just reckless behavior. And whether she's with man number one or man number two, she has no loyalty towards you, men. She half the time don't even like you. She just deal with you because she just want to get her rocks off. Now, I listen to a lot of men on social media talking about, and they were talking about how men that just spend money on women, you know, spend $100, $200 for the night, sleep with them, and then let them go on their way. Is that a good thing? And you have a lot of men that really, I say, scoff towards that, or they, in translation, they really in disagreement with men just aka tricking, just spending money for a female for the night and then letting her go. Is it really a bad thing, men? Let's think about this. You have women, modern day women is not trustworthy. Okay? Modern day females, the 98% of them. In today's society especially. Why would you, my question from me to you, why would you have a girlfriend or a wife that sleep in the same bed with you, but and supposedly be dedicated towards you, and going to be talking to other men, entertaining other men, bringing while you working or you taking care of business? She is running around and sneaky link other men. Versus if you're single life and you just pay the female a couple of dollars just to have fun with her and dash her back in the streets with no attachments and no drama behind that. You tell me, is it a bad thing? Men, women that listen to this, is that a bad thing? Versus you believe in the female, that you supposedly have trust in the female, and she's not loyal to you. You thinking she's loyal to you, but she's doing all different types of things behind your back. which is more feasible for you. I like to have a peace of mind personally. I don't need a female in my life where I gotta look side eye at this stage of my life and wonder if she's creeping and sneaking. While I'm going out here and trying to get it out here in this society, trying to make money and try to be the best version of myself. And then I got to worry about, is this woman just playing games? And a lot of times, let's say, for example, you keep it 100 with that female, modern day females, and say, listen, because there's certain dynamics. I listen to different men in different situations. Okay, they tell the female, listen, do you want just to be friends with benefits? And she'd say no because she don't want to look like a slut. But in reality, when you say you think if she's loyal and you set certain boundaries and she disagreeing with you, she want to be a wife or a girlfriend, but then she turn right around and creep anyway, taking guys' numbers, letting men pick them up, go out on little restaurant dates, work at jobs with the men, what they call a husband at the job type of thing. All of these little deceptive things these modern day females do. So what you just keep it real, ladies. Just, you know, be a slut, be who you are, and just be real what you're looking for. You just, hey, I don't want a relationship. I just want a friend with benefits. And that's that. Some certain women out here keep it 100, like there are a few. But most of these females, they don't want to be labeled as a whore. But look, you performing whore behavior, whorish behavior. I believe, we all should keep it real with each other, especially in this day and time. This social media is hot and heavy. You could take a picture of you of a person and the whole world see who you are. I mean, everything is out here. And a lot of females don't want to keep it real. And I even say, men, you need to keep it real too, right from the jump, especially in this day and time, because if you making money, you don't want no female to destroy your brand and say, well, I don't, you told me this or you told me that. I'm not looking for any drama. You gotta keep it 100. It's too much going on. A lot of these females is not trustworthy. Chris Brown said that these girls ain't loyal. It isn't no loyal. It isn't no loyalty in this day and time. It really is. Few females, 2% scattered throughout the planet Earth, but it far outweighs the amount that is deceptive. This have to be trust in a relationship, but I don't think trust in a relationship is the same. It's too much scandalous stuff in social media that the following generation is absorbing. Too much uh, boss females that I talked about on the last show. And outright, there's no respect for the man principle. And if there's no respect for the man or men in general, there's going to be disloyalty, indirectly or directly. That's the cold reality. And you men got to face the reality. You really do. You have to, this, especially in North America, US and Canada. You gotta know that if it's other countries where there's a more of a family structure, you can get away with certain things. But here in North America, there's no structure. And these modern day females, they don't like you. And I'm gonna keep on repeating it. They don't like you, they don't respect you. Men. So how can trust be built in a relationship? These women is only interested in what they can get out of you and the winning team. And they just deal with the men in their area, the best men for them in their area. And they don't mind destroying everything around them for their own means. And men struggle to trust women because there's a lot of betrayal. There's so many countless of relationship cases that you can Google and check out social media. This is now women will say, well, about the men. Well, this topic is not about the men. Have your own show. And then talk about men. Women can't trust men. But this podcast here, and this topic today, I'm talking about the women. Yes. If you don't like it, don't watch, don't listen. But men struggle to trust women because all around this betrayal, women constantly, there's countless stories. I mean, I've been through a lot of situations. I mean, from women that was in relationships, full-blown relationships, and they still wanted to get at me. And it happened to me. Women that I thought was loyal, and then they creeped and had other men. The game goes both ways, and you can't be mad at the game. You just got to take it and accept it for what it is. That's why at this stage, look, I've been there, done that. I'm tired. I'm semi-retired. And what do I mean by that is I'm not out here in the streets like I used to, because I'm on a different purpose. I'm on a whole different road of life. Financially, spiritually, socially, physically, and out when you out there in these streets, young men, you got to know the playing field where you at. I would say the arena, the stadium, the state, the province, the country. And most of these women, 98% of these women, is very deceptive. They carry diseases and they will sleep with you. That's the game. You can't really trust her hygiene. Start with that. You don't know. When a woman have sex with another man or different men, bodily fluids change. It goes in her body. It goes in her DNA for many years. This is why a lot of females, it's like they mentally gone because they've been having sex after sex after sex, penetrated, ejaculated inside them. They got different men DNA. You don't think that will matter? You can't sage that, ladies. Some of you females is beyond sage and incense. Incense in your room to purge that energy. That energy could stay in you for years, decades, depends on the type of man. And most of these females, they are really dead, mentally and physically dead. They still alive, but they mentally gone. That's why when you have intercourse with these females, they don't feel nothing. There's no feelings because they dead mentally. They've been through many hotels, tens and hundreds of hotels laying down with men. They've been in many rooftops, many backseat of cars, many dark alleys, offices, homes of different men, different beds. They got nothing left. They like an egg with no yolk. They just physical body, but no soul, no spirit. It's gone. Now, just to be a little, I don't want to be too vulgar. That's why when you have intercourse with them, you damn well as a man gotta what I call jackhammer them. Now I know a lot of people might not know what I mean by jackhammer. Just you have to really go all out and really sex her up for hours, and you gotta do strange things, and she need toys, and she need you and toys to help her get through the session. I leave it as that because she's dead below the waist. Yes, I said it. Dead below the waist. So how can you trust her? That's my question from me to you. She's all smoked out. She smoked weed since she was a young teenager, 12, 13 years old. She needs a puff just to get her motivated. How can you trust her? She needs her toys to get through the night, the day. How can you trust her? This is what it is. This is your woman. This is your queen. Again, there's nothing left. She's mentally destroyed. She has no loyalty towards you. When you marry that woman, let's just say, again, let's just use the single mom as an example. Sorry, single moms, but I'm just making a point here. But you tell me if this is true or false. How can you trust her? She has no loyalty towards you. You're not number one in her heart. I said something like this in the past. But I'm going to give you this analogy for my new listeners. My current listeners, weekly listeners will know what I mean, what I'm talking about. Let's say you marry this supposedly down chick of yours, and let's say she had children before you. You are not number one in her heart. Now you married her. You risking everything to dedicate to this woman. You believe in this woman, supposedly. You're supposed to put your belief in her. You married her. You might spend bread on the marriage. You might spend thousands of dollars on a ring, putting yourself in debt. You might want men, you ready to defend your life, put your life on the line for this woman. Put your life on the line for this woman that supposedly is dedicated to you. Now we're going to get deep here. Let's say she has child one. Now, automatically, you're not number one in her heart. If you marry, let's say, single mom. And this could be a woman with no children, but I'm going to just use the woman with children as an example. You already in the, you're not number one. Her son is number one, or daughter. And let's say she have 5 children. You number 6, because her 5 children is over you. But again, you married to her. Now, she gonna put herself over you. So you number 7 in her life. Let's say she's working. You number 8 in her life. She had a girlfriend that she's dedicated. Not a girlfriend she had sex with, a home girl that she been friends since childhood. Now you number 8. Maybe her pet dog, she had a pet cat before you. You can't kick that cat out or dog out. That dog is over you. That cat is over you. Now you number 10 in her life. How can you trust this one? She got a mammy, maybe, that she trusts, that she loves. A mother, excuse me. Now you number 11. Now you're supposed to be the king of the castle, but you number 11 in her life. Maybe baby daddy number 1, 2, and 3. The ones she really loved. Maybe one out of them, the first baby daddy she loved. And still will give the sex to if he wanted it. Now you're number 12. But you should trust her because she's a woman, right? This is the reality in today's society. Now, 60 years ago, that single mom would be ostracized. She'd be an outcast. She'd be a disgrace in society 60, 80 years ago. Not now. They get on social media and say they boss chicks. Even with all of these children, and even with these baby daddies, and even with these pets. Matter of fact, her toys is over you. How can you trust this woman? Her toys. Yes, I said it. Her toys. Many of these women, she ain't getting rid of her toys over you. She might say it's a dry night. If you go out or go away, I need these toys again. So that's not, you're not important. Her toys is more important than you. If you don't know what I mean by toys, I am not going to even get into it. Just figure it out. All right, I'll tell you. Her sex toys. Maybe that's clear to you. This is what it is in society, in modern day society. And I just gave you those examples. There's many more examples I could give you to show you men that you're not number one in her life. So how can you trust a woman that you're really not number one in her life? By the examples I just gave you. It fluctuates, depends on the situation, but now I got your mind turning, thinking. Hopefully, you're not number one. And most of these females in their life, in the life, you're not number one. What I just explained to you. If you're lucky, number 10. And let's put aside the single moms, because I know women, they be in their feelings. You hate men. You don't like me. You hate women. You don't like women who hurt you. Far from that. I'm very calm. I have no, I'm just putting things out there. And if I had so much hate, if you really stop and think, all of my shows, like pretty much over 500 shows or close to 500 shows, will be nothing but bashing women. Women, 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 women. I talk about a lot of different topics. I'm very broad because I'm not sitting in my house thinking, oh, women is trash. I hate women. Women die. No, I'm just giving these teachable moments for men to understand and women to be honest with thyself, with your man that you with. We as men and women need to be honest with thyself, especially if you're in relationships. But men, how can you trust these women? Because these women's running like snakes. This countless and countless of stories. Men, there's good men out here spending time and money being good men out here, and these women just running to clubs, winding up on strange men. Men know how their buttocks feel and how their breasts feel, the whole nine. And then they go back to their husbands and they expect their husbands to dedicate themselves. You loved up a man, you still call that man. He's an important part of your life, lady. There's so much deception going on out here, especially with social media. And you men is flying these women out and no, you might as well just keep it simple. Make a business transaction and don't overspend. Give them bread and not a lot of bread neither. I mean, I'm just saying if I in that world, all right, let's keep it 100. I'm saying if we're gonna go that route, all right. What would I think a fair price to pay these chicks? Personally, if we're going that route, even in this day and time, and I know a lot of members say that's not the going rate. Yo, you tell these females. I mean, I'm talking about if you're gonna just pay for like that. If you call it tricking. I still think, and I'm maybe terribly old-fashioned with this and behind the times, but $50 to $100 at best. Because if you're looking at it, if they working at a regular square job, who gets $50 per hour? Who gets $100 per hour? You know, as far as a regular person. So you giving them too much money, really, for what? 15 minutes of your pleasure? She's just looking for the money. I don't think, personally, even if you got it, I don't think 200-300. Now guys will say, well, I guess you won't be getting anything. You know what? I beg to differ. Because even in North America, there's always a woman out here in their 20s and 30s, college student, that will be looking to get a quick $50 for 15, 20 minutes of their time. I'm talking business here for if you're going as a man, if you're going that route. There's always you going to a club and you pulling these wild girls on the side and you keep it 100. After a little drinking or sitting down and talking and you got to go through a lot of women, of course. That's the game. You got to go through a lot of women to really achieve things. But you're playing the law of percentages, the law of averages. There's always a female out here. You can just say, listen, I only want 15, 20 minutes of your time or a half an hour of your time. Say even a half an hour of your time. I got things to do. I got to make bread. I got to make money out here. I got I got things to go. I got a podcast to put out. Now I'm being funny here, but you say here $50. I want 30 minutes of your time. Come to my crib and handle that, and then you leave. With these college students here, or these ones that's in their early 30s, still trying to make it out here. There'll guaranteed be a female out here, a decent looking female, not no just a bum, a decent looking female, average looking female that will go for that $50 for a half an hour, even in this day and time. If you keep it 100, yo, man, you know, you come there with a certain style. Just say, yo, man, look, I like your style, but bang, man. Here's this 50. I got this 50 right now in my hand. I want to give it to you for blah, blah, blah. You feel the moment. You just don't be a savage and just walk up and say, yo, man, let me hit it for $50. You know, you gotta use a little tact, talking to, feel that person out. Because again, you don't want to get charged. My point I'm saying is, if you're going to go that route and you're being successful and there's no string attached and you're just paying the money, and after that she goes home and you relax, day is done, that's it. Or you don't want her to know where you live, you might have to spend a little bit more, obviously. The hotel nowadays like $150 decent for the night or whatever, and you just chill at that place. You $150 plus $50 to her or whatever. You might have to spend, you know, let's just say 200 or 300. All the little nuances with that little meal or whatever, little alcohol, whatever. I'm just giving you an example. I know a lot of you say, well, it'll cost more money than that or whatever. I mean, okay, it can fluctuate. Just in my mind, the type of person I am, not bragging, but I'm just saying the type of person I am. I know I can pull it off. I believe that in my heart of hearts, even to this day, because the way I talk, that's one of my stronger points, I would say. But that's just me. So I stand by it, and I believe in that if I'm going that route. But in reality, it's not even worth it for me. And I don't know if it's really worth it for y'all guys. The main thing to be on your purpose. You can't trust these females, because even if you're throwing bread at her, you don't know what diseases she have. You don't know what's going on in her life. These females, they out here. They could put you in a lot of situations. She might accept that $50, but she got a man at home or a stalker, and he's following her, and then paper trail lead to you. And then now that baby daddy or that husband or boyfriend, he want to do bodily harm to you. These females is messy. They thinking they up on game, but they very messy. So there's so many little nuances to this game of life. So I would say you can't trust it. Trust these females with all the things, the partners they've been with. You don't know what's behind it. They look innocent and pure, and they say, I ain't doing nothing, and I'm a saint and all of this stuff. And it's totally different. I have so many stories I could tell you, but I only talk about only to my elite people around me. But I've been through things where females told me one thing they never, ever, ever would, and then they end up doing. I'm a good girl, and they end up doing. I don't do things like this, but they did it, and then some. I've been through all of that. I heard many, many stories. It's just game to me. When I hear most women, not all, see, there's women and 2%. And even I just always would put a question mark. I wouldn't put all my value in even the 2%, but I give them credit because they show that. But they could change up too. As I know men that have been married to women for 20, 30 years. And these old birds start changing up. All of a sudden they brand new at 40, 50 years old. Now the man, he's 50, 60 years old. He's like, what is going on? Mildred, I thought, all of a sudden Mildred want to get her groove on. Mildred want to go to the club. Mildred don't want Sammy no more because he's old now. He's 60 something. Mildred thinks she still got it. She still can catch at 52. There's so many stories on that. If you go to TikTok and Instagram, there's so many Mildreds out there trying to catch. What entertainers, you can see the entertainers, the old ladies as entertainers, 50, 60 years old, still talking about trying to catch. I don't need a boyfriend. You got these old birds that I don't need a boyfriend. He got to go and he got to do this for me and all this. You 72, 62, 52, twerking. And you got Sammy at home that you're supposed to be taking care of. Hey, but you twerking at 52. Can you trust? And these is old birds that was born in the 60s and the 70s, supposed to know better. You're supposed to be married. You and your man supposed to be sitting under the covers watching Gilligan's Island and Barney Miller for all my old heads. Good times together. Watching comedy specials under the covers because your bodies is cold because you're old now. So you gotta stay warm. But Mildred thinking now she's a little hot thing because she got big old caboose. And now she want a younger guy just to play herself later. Stick with Sammy. He got good RRP plan for you. And calm down. Be under the covers. Get some hot cocoa. And call it a day, Mildred. And chill. But no, you thinking you could go out here and you can still win. Now you lost Sammy. You can't get the RP plan no more because you already messed up. Sammy he get his senses. He said, you know what? I'd rather just trick on a young chick, get a 20-some-year-old young chick, and just, call it a day because he know marriage is not going to be the answer with that young chick because he's just going to be a trick for real. So he just pay a couple of dollars. You lost. Mildred can't get back with Sammy no more. She fumbled the ball. And then eventually she's going to be an old goat out here in these streets with nobody, living her last days with a cat or a dog. A real trustworthy woman. This is what we're dealing with in this day and time. Women is changing up after decades. It's all prophecy, really, in the Bible and the scriptures about how people is just flipping. So as a man, you got to really protect yourself out here. You got a lot to lose. Your time, your dignity, your money, and everything else in between. So you can't really trust these modern day women out here. It's a story that a great leader said, and I'm going to use this for in terms of women. If you in a room I'm gonna use this analogy. With 100 rattlesnakes, poisonous rattlesnakes, which one should you trust in that room in terms of rattlesnakes? I say it again. If you have 100 rattlesnakes in the room, you walk in the room, you see 100 rattlesnakes, poisonous ones that could bite you any minute. Which rattlesnake would be the good one? How can you pinpoint which one is good, which one is bad, meaning which one will strike and attack you, which one won't? Can you guarantee that you won't be struck? You don't know which one. One might strike you immediately when you walk in the room. Another one might strike you in a week or a month if you're in that room, or maybe a year. But can you trust it? So only thing you need to do, you have to guard yourself and be aware, men, and have a plan, an out plan. Always have an out plan just in case she leaves you. Because I give you the old analogy of Mildred and Sammy. 30 years later, 20 years later, and my homeboys and I, we know those stories. And not just one and two cases. We know hundreds, tens and hundreds of cases. And you can go on social media and type that in. And there's thousands of cases where we just use the example, old women with men at a certain point, they get tired of their men for whatever reason. Just tired. The man wasn't abusive or anything, but people grow apart. But you just show you that there's no loyalty. And she goes and leaves him. And now Sammy, he's old. He's in his 60s, 50s, 60s. He's not the same how he used to be. And now he's stuck. He know he can't really get a younger woman out here that really will love him for real. Other probably taking him for a trick, especially in North America. And even in other countries, that's spreading too. They looking for opportunities as well. Don't think you could go to Thailand and Dominican Republic and Singapore and Vietnam and all these places, and you thinking all of those women will be dedicated to you. They might have a little bit better family structure, a little bit more love, but they see what's in North America and they have those same talking points, just not as bad, but it's there and it's growing. So, can you trust women these days? That's my question for me to you. Should you, as a man, trust these modern day women? That's my question, me to you. You have to guard yourself. Anything could pop off. You give credit that she's dedicated to you. You love and protect her, and you give her that. But you better make sure the key is putting her to work. I believe in that. She got to support your brand. That's what I mean by putting her to work, not prostitution. Putting her to work by dedicating your dreams. If she's not willing to dedicate in your dreams, she's selfish. You cut her off anyway, or just deal with her for what it is. A lot of females don't like to hear this from me because it's like putting men on notice, on game. And I'm not no expert about these experiences. I'm just giving you a perspective because I lived it. I've been in it. I lived that life. I know it. I experienced it. I could tell you a lot more stories. And I learned from it. And I just made me a better person. And again, I'm not coming from I hate, because I love women. They're delicious. They're scrumptious. And I'm being facetious with this, but I have respect for the women. I don't have respect for the females, though. The 98%. So Even the women, the 2% of women, I'm not even gonna lie, my guards is always up. I might let it down and give credit, but I always have an exit plan and I always have options. Options, not necessarily having another woman, because I figure I could, if I'm that hard up, I could travel anywhere on the planet and get what I need in abundance if I so choose to. And I don't even have to travel outside of the country. I could find it in the country. I'm just confident in myself, but I do know the dynamics, what I have to do to get what I want. And I know the level playing field as well. But at this stage of my life, I'm not out here soul searching. I'm just flowing. I'm on my business. I'm busy. And that's what it is. And anybody coming around me, that's what it is. They will know and understand. And the podcast speaks for itself. You listen to the podcast or different other topics, tell you everything you need to know how I stand. And if I don't fit that criteria, it is okay. Personally, I already accomplished a lot of goals in my life and done a lot of amazing things and great things. Met a lot of women all over the planet Earth. Hey, I'm good. Everything else is just extra to me. And that's real talk. Is Mr. Greatness enjoyed his life. And that's how I look at it. And you men gotta look at that. When you have abundance mindset, you're gonna win. Because it won't matter. Because you already know when you meet the female, hey, how can you trust her? You just take it for what it is. And when she shows you that certain levels you could trust on, then you act accordingly. And that's it. But you don't dive in and say, oh, baby, I give you the stars, the moon, and the sun. You don't know that chick. In reality, you don't know chicks. There was a teacher that said this, a master teacher said, you don't know these females. You don't know people for at least the first 7 years. It takes usually about 7 years to really get to know a person. And I really believe that. Yeah, you can know the basics and stuff, and the basics in year 1 or 6 months. But to really get in a good space with a woman, you need about 7 years. That'll give you a good base of who she is. That's why when I meet females, I ask a lot of questions. And a lot of females don't like to answer. Then I know they're deceptive anyway. Some might want to say because they don't want to look at being deceptive. I know that part too. But I ask a lot of detailed questions to find out who she is and what she is. You gotta basically FBI these females. And if they don't want to be FBI, meaning if they don't want to be interrogated or if you don't want to answer your questions, they got something to hide anyway. And that's all right, because then you know where to put them at in life. You got everybody, when you're dealing with this game of life, dealing with modern day females, not men, you got to put women in the category that they deserve and what they built for. Not every female, most of these females are not wives. So automatically it wouldn't matter, because if they're not a wife, and I break it down like this, me personally, especially in this day and time, there's your wife, there's a girlfriend, that's next level because you didn't marry her officially yet. She's like wifey. There's part-time girlfriend. There's a concubine, full-time concubine, and there's a part-time concubine. Now, some of y'all heard my analogy in the past, and I break it down. This would tell you about the trustworthiness, how you can put her in the box, and on a level of certain trustworthiness. Let me break this down. Wife, she proved to you that she is wife material, that you could trust her for the most part, giving her credit. She's dedicated to your plans in life. That's your wife. She lives with you. She sleeps in the same bed with you. Y'all might have children together. You're already rolling in terms of a relationship. That is your wife. That's the one you're supposed to have trust in her, and she have trust in you. That's your wife. Girlfriend, someone that aspiring to be a wife, trying to prove her loyalty to you, supposedly. Try to dedicate to your dreams. Your dreams is her dreams. You building towards husband and wife. The relationship is getting stronger. That's girlfriend, full-time girlfriend status. So that's supposed to be building, the trust level is growing and growing. So you're giving more and more credit to her. Again, that is full-time girlfriend status. Supposedly. Those two supposedly, you trusting. She's supposed to be they're supposed to be part of the 2% of women. All right? So we're gonna give them that. But then there's concubine, full-time concubine. That which is most of the women in modern day America today. Concubine. Full-time concubine. A woman that, sometimes you want something on the side. You get tired of your wife. I know, ladies, you don't want to hear this is disgusting to you. I'm just giving you the real, okay? In my perspective. The full-time concubine is that woman that she's not trustworthy. She's not trustworthy. She's only a girl, a woman to give you relief because your wife or your girlfriend is on her menstrual cycle, or you don't, you had sex with your wife so many times and your girlfriend, so you're a little tired. You want something fresh and new. You want something different. So you got a full-time concubine for that, just to change up the speed of life. And that full-time concubine, you see her once a month. I know, ladies, you don't want to hear this. This is offensive. But I'm just telling you, in the eyes of real men, however they put it and however they sugarcoat it, in the back of their mind, this is their blueprint for the most part. There's different exceptions, okay? But I'm just giving you an example. Full-time concubine, once every 4 weeks to give you relief. And after you get relief, you go back to your wife or girlfriend, and business as usual. Nothing changed. Now, part-time concubine, that's really the bottom. That's your bottom feeder female. That's your low grade female. That's someone you only see like once every 6 to 8 weeks, every month and a half, 2 months. When you absolutely have nothing to do and you just bored. You might finish work if you work at 9 to 5. That part-time concubine, on a Friday after work, you get off of work at 5 o'clock. You just say, "Hey, I haven't spoke to Jennifer in a long time. Let me give her a call." And then she's home because she not doing anything. She maybe go to school, take up a trade. She might be on public assistance. Who knows? But she got body, and you just want to pay a visit. Now she know what it is. And you don't trust her. She can't know where you live. She can't know where you work. None of the concubines need to know. But that's what they're there for, to give you relief. Don't really want to cause no trouble. Just you go there, they fix you a meal, pour you a drink. You watch a little TV, chill a little bit, power down before you power in them. Spend like an hour after you handle that. Then maybe a half an hour to relax and wash up in the sink. And you tell her, hold it down. I catch up with you next month. Now she probably won't like that because you treat her like a slut. That she don't like that, and some don't mind. But it's most of the sluts, they get mad anyway. They get in their feelings. You just tell them, hey, listen, man. I'm working. I'm making moves. I got my wife at home. I can't get out that quickly, but I'll catch up with you. And she gotta accept that. Or you find another concubine, because there's always concubines out here. Men, this is a reality. Women, this is a reality. You might not want to do it. Of course, I get it. You're going to say that. That's what you're supposed to say. It's not me. I won't do that. Everybody has a price. A lot of these females have a price. They might not want to do it for you. But would you do it for Michael Jordan? Would you do that for Drake? See? Would you do it to your famous entertainer? Would you do it for the famous man that you have a crush on? Would you be that concubine? You will say yes because he have money. Not necessarily he will give you money. He just will have sex with you at maybe a 5-star hotel because he got money. But that don't mean he gonna give you. See, so trustworthy. Is she still trustworthy? If it was an entertainer that she liked and had a chance to sleep with him and she's married to you, you don't think she's gonna dip out and have sex with that entertainer that she have a crush on, then come back to you like nothing happened? Trustworthiness. Can you trust a female in this day and time? The game is crazy. This is what it is. So this is why my head is always on the swivel. When females tell me these all different types of things about them, that's their story. They're supposed to tell me. I just take it for what it is. I don't say yay or nay. I just say, okay, all right. That's what you say. Because I've been with a lot of females that said some things they never ever will do, end up doing it with me. I mean, and females I've been with said they will dedicate to me forever. Turn right around and they dealt with other people. That's the game. So miss me with all of that talk about trustworthy, loyalty. Men, you need to be more cautious. Stop taking risks and diving in and saying, I love you. You are everything to me. She might not feel that same way for you. You're just a quick fix for her. And most of these women, that's what they feel. That's what they stand on. You giving her the sun, the moon, the stars, and she giving you nothing. So take it for what it is, guys. This is a cold world out here. But I'm gonna give everyone, men and women, something to think about. We on this thinking planet Earth for a short period of time. Men and women. What is your real purpose in life, men and women? Everyone sneaking and doing all different types of crazy things, men and women. Where are we going with this? How far you want to go with this? It all catches up to all of us one day. We get older by the minute, by the second, by the hour, by the days, by the weeks, by the months, by the year. So, men and women, how are we improving our life to be a better us? What do you really want in life? Not everybody is built for marriage and relationships. Fine. Some people is built to just be alone. Maybe stay that way. But don't destroy other people. We as human beings got to stop destroying other people. Men destroying women, women destroying men. We're not going nowhere in life. It's just a vicious cycle. And then it pours on to the next generation. And then they just do degenerate behavior. No loyalty, no dedication. That's why I think I'm in agreement that this world needs to go and start new and fresh again. It can't stay the same like it is now. It's getting worse by the hour, by the second, by the days, by the weeks, by the months, by the years. The mentality of people in this life. And me, as I'm getting older, I'm not trying to, I don't have the patience to worry about another chick and how, and worrying about if she gonna be creeping on her, up on me, and I'm trying to get this money out here, trying to get this paper, trying to build up my brand, and I gotta worry about a chick, a lousy chick, trying to destroy me from within. And I could flip it with women feeling the same way about men. So where are we going with all of this? Nowhere. What are you trying to do in your life? You should do something, improve your life. Sometimes you just have to take a step back from the world of relationships. And sometimes you just need to get out the game forever because you destroyed many people's lives. That's men and women. So what you going to do from this point? Or is that you? Was that you? Will that be you? I'm gone.